It is my job to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit of God, and every man and woman of God's job to be sensitive enough to the very Spirit of God that you can sense where we are as the believers. And what I sense in my spirit is that God has so divinely set us up. Oh, I wish I had somebody. God has so divinely orchestrated this thing as for it to look like that we've been on the bottom. You know, what makes for a good storyline in a movie is when you think the underdog is not going to come up. Oh, I wish I had somebody. We have this movie at home by the name of The Avengers. And the awesome thing about The Avengers is that it looks like the bad guys are going to win. Oh, I wish I had somebody. There's even a point in time in the movie that the superheroes start fighting against each other because they really don't know how to work their gifts. Oh, I wish I had somebody. Hulk gets into it with the Iron Man. Iron Man is talking noise to Captain America. Oh, I wish I had somebody. And Thor has so much strength that he don't know how to work his hammer against the enemy, and everything is chaotic at a certain point in time in the movie. But after a season, they start to work those gifts together for the good of the land. They forget about their complexes against one another. They realize that they're not in competition with one another, but whom the Lord has called, he qualified. And who he qualifies, he justifies. And Hulk starts working his strength, and the Iron Man starts working his iron, and Captain America starts working his shield, and Thor starts working that hammer, and the kingdom, the superheroes come out on top. Tell somebody we coming out on top. I don't care what it looks like right now. I'ma work my gift, you work your gift, and we gonna come out on top. I wish I had somebody to look at your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, you won't be the underdog always. Neighbor, they not gonna dog you always. Neighbor, you're not gonna be broke always. Neighbor, the world is not gonna be above the church always. But God has a plan and a purpose for his kingdom. Y'all sit down, don't rush me. I got a little time, and I believe I'm gonna take it this morning. One thing I learned spiritually from that movie is that if the people of God can use what they got and learn how to work that thing together, there is no devil in hell. There is no demon this side of earth. There is nobody or nothing that will be able to stop us from conquering and possessing what God said. Look at somebody and tell them, can't nothing stop this. When they stopped fighting against each other and started working together, because all is they came from different times and they came from different seasons, and they were all brought together for such a time as that. I came to tell you, I don't care what your background is. I don't care where you came from. Some of y'all were dope dealers. Some of y'all were crackheads. Some of y'all were broke. Some of y'all came from dysfunctional families. Some of y'all used to be ignorant. But I tell you, when God delivers you and brings you out, He'll use what you got for the advancement of His kingdom. Somebody ought to testify this morning and just tell somebody who you used to be and how God switched that gift around. I can't dig it behind you. And He's called you to the kingdom for such a time as this. So don't worry. Tell somebody, don't worry, be happy. Because God has so divinely orchestrated this thing and set it up to look like the saints ain't gonna come out on top.